Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Woo. Yes. Another day where God said, press record. Stop it. All your other stuff you doing. And press record. So here we are. Pressing record. Whew. Mm. I was trying to figure it out before I got on. I was really trying to put something together before I hit record. And the spirit was very strong about don't do anything. Don't try to figure it out. Just press record. I got my other system up. I'm working to, just press record. So let's see what the spirit got to say. Hello, everybody. This after Friday noon. Okay? Man, I have so many things that are. Let me shut up. Let me shut up. I gotta shut up because this is that. All right. Hi guys. Ooh, how is your 26 going? Okay, let me shut up. Ooh. Mm. Mm. Ooh. It's time to breathe. It is time to breathe. Hold on here. Okay. Dang. How y'all doing? Mm. How you doing? How you doing? I'm away from home. Man, God told me to just go live. Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you, loves? How are you, loves? Okay, we are on live because Divine said press record. Press live. Go live and don't worry about it. I was trying to get it together. Spirit said no. And then we were urged to just be quiet for a minute. Be quiet. Just don't worry about it. Be quiet. That, Spirit say that's the message. That it is time for you to be still. And let's expound on the be still. We need to talk about the be still. Be still is like the car wash demonstration that I've given you guys. And I had the experience of doing something opposite of what I needed to do in that position and almost causing a catastrophe because in the midst of anxiety and a sudden overwhelming feeling of anxiety, I pressed the gas. Somebody is wanting to move forward because the whole idea of sitting still in this space is uncomfortable to you. So you want to press the gas. And the spirit is saying, I don't need you to press the gas. I need you to rest and flow. I don't need you to press the gas right now because you pressing the gas can cause a catastrophe. In the example of the car wash, you get in the car wash, the first thing they ask you to do is get on track. They want you to get on track. And in the process of you getting on track, you then have the next step where they say, okay, now we need you to put it in neutral. But if you go forward in the neutral state by any means of your own, by pressing the gas or pushing the brake, you can cause a catastrophe. There's a warning and a caution sign over to the right that say, don't do anything. I need you not to do anything. I need you to flow so that you can come out on the other side gleaming, glossy, looking shiny and bright. But in order for that to happen, you need to sit in the flow on track and go in neutral because the system is already set up. Okay, so this is what happened to me recently. I don't know how this happened, but I have never really liked that part of the flow in the car wash. I like it better when they can take the car from me and they do it because I don't like to try to get it on track. So this one particular day, recently, I got on track. And I don't know what happened. I know what happened. I was on the phone in a heated discussion. And that heated discussion distracted me, and I had all this energy bottled up coming out, right? And I pressed the gas. I pressed the gas. Before I knew it, I pressed the gas, and the man said, no, 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 no. He's screaming at me. No, no, no. What are you doing? And I'm almost close to the person in front of me. And I mean, can you imagine being on track in the car wash and pressing the gas? Like, that is unbelievable. Like, who would do such a thing? Well, I did. Not intentionally, of course. Who would want to do that? I didn't. So I pressed the gas and I went forward and then I stopped. And it really made so much sense to me. So I was sharing this with somebody. And this person so happened, I didn't know before, but they so happened to be looking at a house. And that house was connected to a car wash. And they wanted it because they are the ones who manage the process of the car wash. So I said, man, that could really tear up your car. And he said, well, I actually do this, that, and the third. And it will not only tear up the car, but it will tear up the system. It will tear up the system. So you are being asked to chill out. You're being asked to really rest and flow. Where you're going is going to be absolutely phenomenal. But you're going to be busy, and what happens is going to be a sudden thunder. Spirit said, pick up this car. It's going to be a thunder that's going to take place in your life. A thunder, like a thunder, boom, just like that. And in that process, the Spirit is really trying to get you together, get your body, your health, everything together, getting you in place for the flow. That's what's happening. It's a beautiful thing. All right? It's a wonderful day. Yes, it's a wonderful day. Hey, that's what's happening. So you're being asked to get in the flow. Stop trying to press go when it's time for you to rest and flow. Let me say that again. Stop trying to press go when you need to rest and flow. Divine is bringing to me the scenario that is very prevalent now. The comparisons. You're looking at everybody online doing this, that, and the third, and you're comparing yourself to the people online. And you're wondering, why aren't you where they are? Or why aren't you in that or this position? And that's why you need to stay off of it. Okay? You've become addicted to the drama. You've become addicted to the sensational ambiance of this here. You're chasing money in your mind. You're chasing things in your mind, and you're comparing yourself. You, as a person who is you're in the space of developing. You're getting in position with your life's true purpose. And one of the things that you're being called to do is to develop, is to get a business started. Some of you may say, I don't know how to do that, I don't know what to do. But you're comparing what you need to do to what everybody else has done and the way they've done it, their process. You're putting your own idea into position instead of resting in flow and getting the divine guidance so that you can flow in the space that you need to flow. Listen here. You can do everything that you want. You can, hey, you can have at it. You can go and push the mark towards something that you see somebody else doing, or it sounds good, it tastes good, it feels good with somebody else is doing. And I promise you, you will get there. You may get there. You may get right on the corner of it. But if it's not for you, you will not stay there. Some of you, now listen here. Some of you may not stay there because that was just a part of your process, but you are the one who you have been being guided in the process. So you can have faith in that. You can have confidence in that. When your intention towards the movements are not towards the ideas of others, when your intentions of your movements are not towards the eye candy of others. You want what they have real quick, so you got to get it. Get it how you get it, right? Get it how you get it. However you can get it. That's what you're trying to do. And the divine is saying, baby, hold on. I need you to come back real quick. I need you to stop. I need you to rest and flow in me. But see, when you rest and flow, that is that process of divine flow. That's that divine flow. Being peaceful in that divine flow. There is love in that divine flow. There is confidence and clarity in that divine flow. There is peace in that divine flow that you've been really looking for. You've been looking for it. You've been wondering, why are you not feeling it exactly? Some of you, it's not where you're supposed to be. There is a certain peace that passes all understanding when you are where you are. Your soul is calling for you to be. It is peace that passes all understanding because your soul is at peace. Your soul came here intentionally for a specific reason with you. It connected with you for a particular reason and intention. So when you get out of that space of the divine, that internal movement, well, how do you do that, Dr. Princess-Odilia? You have to, there is a point and there's a reason that it states to meditate day in and day out, as the divine said to me. You must meditate day in and day out so that you can stay in that vortex. And in that vortex, there is confidence. How do you meditate, Dr. Princess-Odilia? How do you meditate? Be still and be quiet. I have some playlists right here on my YouTube channel. I put some together because I know that's a question. Some people say it's so much noise up in my head, I can't meditate. I don't know how to meditate. So you need something to help you and to kind of distract you from the ills of your mind. The energies that you've created or you've been born into, or it has come as a result of the associations that you have attached yourself to in this lifetime. The vibrations of them. The vibrations of those entities. The vibrations that have caused distractions. Yeah. No weapon formed against you will prosper. That's true, baby. No weapon formed against you will prosper. And as I have said, and it has been coming out in my meditation and in my spirit, understand this though, that you cannot make it to that level of degree, honor in the spiritual realm. F on this third dimension. We're not talking about that. In the spiritual realm, which is the realm of your soul, you cannot reach to that level unless you have been through something that has broken you. And you graduated from the breaking. You've been wounded, but you didn't go out. You've been there and you had to pick yourself back up. You don't run from that. That ain't the devil and the devils that we've created in our own mind. That's not that. That is you in a spiritual warfare that you have been called to pioneer in your life. The divine is pulling you to go through it. Go ahead and go through it. Grow the hell up in the spiritual realm. Grow up. Stop trying to run away from everything. Oh, if God wouldn't have me go, God wouldn't have me. No, baby. But what is the call of your? The scales have to balance in this life. The scales have to balance. And they will. With or without you, the scales will balance. With or without you. So in your life, it takes courage to stand strong. It takes courage. It takes stamina for you to look at a situation and intentionally go in to battle. It takes courage like it takes courage for someone to sign up to go to fight a war. I was watching something not too long ago, and it was something, I guess, a show from the 1920s or 30s or a long time ago. Wherever TV started back then. And there were people that were looking down on people who did not go to war. It was a young lady who wanted like this guy, but then when it got back to her that he chose not to go to battle, she said, "Oh, is it true? Did you pay to not go to war?" Oh, it was repulsive. She couldn't imagine it. It was word on the street that this person decided to opt out. They went to the levels and extent to pay to not go to battle. How many have rather take a job, take something that compromised the direction of that the divine was giving, that you were feeling inside of your gut, but rather to look a certain way, to be a certain way, to sit with a certain people, you chose not to go head first for the mission that your soul was beckoning you to go. How many? We've been doing that for centuries. Chasing an almighty dollar. Chasing this and that and the third. Hell, even in the religious sector, it's become the idea. But then to not talk about it, that ain't God. We base our success off of a ripped fucking stomach and a dollar in the pocket, when most people who are in the situation have not done what God has called you to do. Most people have opted out because it might not feel good. I might be embarrassed. I mean, I don't know. I can't come out with the truth, or I can't be myself, because if I'm myself and they're going to say something about it, I just don't want to. I was sharing with someone the other day. They asked me a question about my journey. But the question that they asked was really just to, well, then why didn't, you get it? I'm ready for that. I'm here for it. Let's talk. And one of the things that I understand that is necessary for us all to do, yeah, accept that woe. Accept your part in it so that you can grow. It's important. I remember there was a business alliance that I had established with someone. And I'll never forget saying to them, oh, why don't we just do this? And this will be great. And when I did it, I remember walking out that door, pushing the button on the elevator. I can tell you what I wore and everything. I'll never forget that day when God said, I didn't tell you to do that. Now, I'm going to say she, because see me now, I love myself enough. I understand who I am. I've evolved and I have the courage enough. Hey, come on now. I wouldn't have done that. If the Spirit would have said that, I would have been like, oh man, I don't care what that person is thinking, how their feelings are going to be hurt. And with love in my heart, I would have stood 10 toes down. Hey, listen, I'm sorry I said that, but I'm not going to be able to do that. We could keep the alliance how we have it now. And later, let's see what happens. But right now, I'm not moved to do that. I apologize that I even blurted that out. You get it? Because see, I know where I am. I love myself enough, and I would have done that. But see, but she, who I've evolved from, I like tucked my tail under. It's like a dog with the tail between the legs, and I heard it clearly. I didn't tell you to do that. And what crossed my mind was, well, I can't take it back now. I mean, I already said it. I mean, okay, whatever. Okay, I'm sorry. Ooh. But the journey that came with that. Yeah, there was fruit made. There was all of that. But the other stuff that I went through as a result of that particular deal, unbelievable. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but nobody knew, but I knew. There were some things up in that door that I opened up because I had to go back and look at that. Like, why did I do that? It was because of insecurity, fear, shame, and most importantly, the lack of love that was strong and big for me personally. Then I walked out and I went ahead and went down that elevator and walked out that door and commenced to continue with, yes, on the natural side, a very fruitful business. But it was already fruitful. I didn't need that. I chose that. So what is very important for us to understand, for you to understand, my baby, some of the doors that you've walked in, this collective, those who have been guided to this message, some of the doors that you've walked in come with a whole lot of stuff. You've heard the divine. You heard it very clearly. I'm not talking to somebody who doesn't hear. My collective hears. So you heard and you chose to continue to move forward. This is not an opportunity to beat yourself up. Absolutely not. Because you are where you are for a reason. Listening it is, baby. So just look at here. Yeah. Accept it. Take one day at a time. Don't beat yourself up for the steps moving forward. This is not that. This is called being on your soul so that you can have the peace that all understanding, the clarity and the fulfillment that you are seeking, but you are the where you have been seeking. It is not there because it is not well with your soul. It's like the soul has gotten into an Uber and the Uber is going on the west side when it needs to be going on the north. Soul sitting in the back seat like, damn, can you listen? Hello? Dang. Yeah, you may be going to an area that looks good, but that's not where we're going, man. I didn't come here with you for that. I came here with you to go over there. So what? We may have a couple of run-ins, but it's something about a run-in that happens when you are on the divine path versus not. It's just something about that. There's a peace that you won't find over there, right? It's something about when you are in the divine flow where you were guided versus when you're not, right? I could look at that sign and say detour and I could just ride along, and whatever is coming is coming. I know I'm protected. I know I'm in the space of divine flow. Hey, look, it's peace that come with that. It's love and joy that come with that. And don't you press go because somebody else looking at you. I know. You're not on anybody else's time. You're not on anybody else's time. You're on the time of the divine. Can we say amen? We'll have a little green juice on that. Have a little green juice. Listen, baby. This is Friday. It's Friday night. I just got home from church now. Gonna leave it behind me. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Princess, pick this one up. Fire. Shut up in your bones. Fire. Let me look this up because I don't know what it means. This is the Shaman Oracle. Those of you, well, I'm not going to go through all that explain because if you know, you know. Okay? And I gotta get out of here. We've been on here for 30 minutes. Wonderful. Awesome. Hi, ma'am. Hi. Hello. I don't know what that acronym means, but okay. I don't know what it means, but okay. Holy Spirit, what we doing? Listen. What you've been looking for is wherever your soul has been calling you, and you know what that is. So stay off trying to look and please everybody else. It's not there, baby. That's not there. That's not where you're going to find your peace. Everlasting. However, you have to do this life. However, it ends up and it goes. The point is following the divine. Following the divine. So that's what it's about. Following the divine. Okay? Period. In the flow of things. Following the divine. That's where you're going to find the peace that passes all understanding. Period. You're not getting it nowhere else. What you're getting is a facade. Once you become self-empowered, the mirage of love will fade and the reality of love will become your only tolerance. See, some of you are caught up in a mirage of circumstances. A mirage of circumstances. This is not real. It's not real. You done opened the door that you have to go into, and whatever you are going, you have stepped up into. You see, some doors, it's not just go in the front and then you enter the back. Some doors, it may be you go in this way and you literally just walk down the hall and it's a door on the other side. Whatever it is, some doors are not like that. Some doors you got to go in, and whatever it is that you done walked yourself up into, now you have to go through a process of completion to get out of there. Some of you got to go through a whole maze to get out of there. Some of you have, man, you done walked up in some stuff that has caused so much damage to your own soul. You cannot live your life looking at somebody else's life. That's not how that goes. Your way is not necessarily the way of your soul. Or should I say, that's not the way you've been going. So, I love you, but I gotta tell you the truth now. That's where the protection is. That's where the love is. That's where it is, baby. Period. Period. You can't worry about what anybody thinks, what anybody is saying. Wow. You cannot. That's right. What do we say? Scales have to balance. They have to balance. One more and stay on top. All right. Wow. The scales, you have to. To stay in alignment, you also need to get off of social media so much. If you're looking at tarot and Daryl, don't get it twisted, because we're all psychic abilities. We have all of that. There are some people that are naturally created. They in their natural third dimension, they have a gift, right? And then there are those who are spiritually connected, and they are able, as a result of their spiritual connection, to connect in profound ways that some people are not. You have to understand that when you are watching anything like that, and there's a lot of prophetic gift, because everything is energy. Every solitary thing is energy. Okay, so when someone is pulling cards, first of all, a whole lot of cards. Cards are playing cards. I don't care what kind of cards you look at, whether it's Uno cards, spade cards, whatever kind of cards. They're all like tarot. It's the same thing, but they put the stigma on tarot. Tarot tells a story from the person who takes a leap of faith to and through that entire journey is telling a story. Now, whoever is pulling the cards, they are pulling, and understand this, that if that person is not connected in terms of their guidance and not being guided, but rather just going with whatever energy is around, you have to be careful. So anybody, you have to study to show yourself approved, and whatever should resonate with you should be a confirmation that has already come to you. So you have to be very careful. And then once you have surpassed a certain area in your life, and say that something was connecting with you at one space in your life, and say it was something that you wanted to graduate from, you wanted to grow from, and you were in there and it was teaching you what you needed to learn for that time. When it's time, when you have gone and grown out of that, don't listen, because there are timelines and dimensions. There is sleeping and waking life. There's all kind of things going on in the spiritual realm. So you have to be careful to not cause yourself to keep back in that area of influence that can influence where you have now come. You bringing yourself back to it because you are submerged and caught up in the drama of your past. That's now being read continuously. Some readers are back a certain way because you're not the only one going through it. So somebody else may be going through exactly what you're going through. So you have to be careful with what you are listening to and what you're holding on to, what you're submerging yourself into. And I'm telling you, if you do not have a life where you are meditating and you are grounded, you really, really, really have to be careful. This is not a game to play around with and you don't know what you're playing with. All right? Literally. And you got to be careful. If someone's walking around in angry energy, trauma energy, be careful of that, because that's that energy that is coming through in terms of their ability and how they're flowing, even in the gift of this form of divination. Divination is spirituality, all right? But you can do wrong with it and you can do right. All right? Why did I just hear? I don't see nothing wrong. Why? Oh my gosh. What is that? Where is that coming from? Whoa, that's somebody coming through. Come on now. No, we're going to let that go. That's not what we're doing right now. Okay? So let's see what just came out just now, because I gotta get off of here. I love you guys so much. I do. I love you guys so much. I really do. I know everybody is getting ready for the weekend. Are you ready for some football? Wait a minute. Is the Super Bowl this Sunday? Is it time for a Super Bowl party up in here? What's going on? No, it's not Super Bowl yet. That's not till February. I'm a fair-weathered friend when it comes to Super Bowl. I watch who's ever good. Who's ever winning, and then I pick from whoever is winning, and that's what we do. Okay? It's no big deal. Uh-oh, let's see. Uh-oh, look at that. Infinite possibilities, baby. Infinite possibilities. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And that goes right along with the corn, okay? That harvest time. That's what it is, baby. That's what it is. I love it. I love it. Wow. Earlier, listen, the medicine wheel. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to look this up too. I don't see nothing wrong. I don't know. Why is that coming through? Who in the world? We don't care. Look, I'm canceling that. Okay? Because that's not what energy I'm in right now. Okay? So get over it. All right. All right. All right. So, I guess we're going to play a little bit before I have to go. Spirit say, pick that up. You're going to gain so much wisdom when you are being guided. Okay? Gee. Pick this up. What we picking up? Aw, isn't that beautiful? Vibrancy. Okay, we're going to read all of this. Mamacita going to put the glasses on. And we're going to read. Hi. Regeneration. All right. All right. That's on the top. That's what Spirit say. That is on the top, baby. Okay. This is really Wow. Okay, so you know that song that keep coming to my head right now, because I'm like, what is going on? We're not talking about that. What in the world? So anyway, look at here, look at here. Watch who you laying with. Who is this message for? Who you messing with? Who you thinking that it's okay to go back and dip and get? No, watch who you fooling with. Especially in this day and age, okay? Because people are using the sexual energy to connect and bind with you. Bleeding your energy. Whoever I'm talking to, you've been laying with the wrong one, baby. And they're bleeding your energy. They're bleeding and convoluting your blessings. They got you all shook up. Ooh, yeah. All shook up. Watch who you laying with. Ain't nothing wrong. It is something wrong with you bumping and grinding with them. That's what it is, baby. Because I'm like, why they keep coming through? Because Spirit wants you to know. You done already felt it, though. You already felt it. Yes, yes, yes. You can have a wonderful time. But the place that you are being called to right now, whew, it is not for you to be sharing it actually with anybody right now. And you already know that. It's like you feel a certain way when it's done. I don't care who it's with. So that's what you're telling yourself. I don't see nothing wrong. Mm, mm. With a little bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong. Yeah, that's what you're telling yourself. But your soul is saying, please, 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 oh, please, can we stop? Because every time you do, all that energy is coming up in me. That's what they say. In the habitat of your soul's energy and energies. Do you understand me? Mm. Doesn't matter what your sexuality is. It does not matter who I'm talking to. You already know this, though. Yeah, you do. You already know. And you may not want to hear it. You want me to get back to the cards. But you need to hear this. And no, this is not like, oh, well, God. No, this is not that. This is that your soul, who you have been connected to has been an influence in the spiritual realm in a way that you have been completely blinded to. I have come to find out in my journey in the past year and a half, man, that is first of all, some mean people out there in the world. Just mean. And it's a lot of ignorant people that have been the scapegoat for so many negative, dark energies, and unbeknownst to them, where it has caused for them to be trapped in certain worlds that they never would have entered if it wasn't for who they had been attached to, who they had laid with, who they had compromised their soul, compromised blessings with. So, whoever I'm talking to, that's why that song was coming through. You think it's nothing wrong, and it's not. That's not it. It's not like, yes, you done come to the understanding that maybe you don't need to be married to have relations. Let's just call it that, because I don't want them to flag my show. Maybe you know that. So you say, well, I don't see anything wrong with it because it's okay if I do this, that, and the third. It's not a sin. Okay, we're not talking about that. We're talking about your soul. We're talking about you, baby. We're talking about you sacrificing yourself, compromising yourself. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I remember when I used to ask the question, because in the Bible, it talked about, was it Solomon, who was gifted all of the story goes that he was gifted all of his father's wives. Yeah, like 100 of them. But then the Spirit said to him, do not bother them over there, though. Not them. Over there. And they did it anyways. They did it anyways. And as a result of him doing that anyways, his mind was compromised. His life was compromised. Because there are people who carry dark energies. There are people who actually use divination because they know you ignorant and will use that on you and have you effed up in the head. Before you know it, you walking around like a hang on zombie thinking that you in love with them, thinking all of this stuff, and you're not. Causing confusion in your peaceful life. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Because this is your time, baby. You are in store for infinite possibilities. And it's okay. You got to let some stuff go. You done enter the world that is a maze. But you got to get out of it. So whatever you got to do, what you want to do is make sure you don't pick up karma on the way out of the world, okay? You want to make sure that you don't pick up karma along the way. Because you done been fooling around with John, Jim, Harry, Susie, and Mary Jane. Okay? That's what you want to make sure. Don't get it twisted, baby. Don't get it twisted. All right? All right? Can I get all right? Hey, look at this. The gut feeling. That's what came out. It say the gut feeling, intuition, integrity, relationships, value, insight, perception, love, commitment. Trust your intuition. It's more than just a feeling. Boy, if I just would have known what I knew now when I was at that elevator pressing down, baby. After God had just said, I didn't tell you to do that. And I knew that was a girl. You don't even know what you just did. Because somebody was watching, lurking, following me, trying to. You get it? Value, insight, perception, love, commitment. Trust your intuition is more than just a feeling. Be genuine with others and prioritize meaningful relationships. Remember to bring value to every interaction. Treat others with respect, as your actions will return to you in kind, darling. Be mindful of boundaries, as too many voices can cloud your journey. Keep people out your business. Why you got everybody in your business? Why are you listening to everybody with what everybody else is saying about you and yours? Follow your intuition. That's the second part of the second period in spiritual pregnancy. In the second period of spiritual pregnancy, it is to listen and follow instructions. And the mandate is to be quiet. You have to be quiet. Stop telling people, well, this is what came to me. So what you think? Huh? And I don't care how somebody smiles. Somebody can smile and be hating on you. Smile in your face. All the time to try to, wait a minute. All the time to try to take your place. The backstabbers. Backstabbers. Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun. Assertive. Spirit just told me to pick the card off the top, huh? What? Did I not just say this? In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. That's take action over your life, boo. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Stop worrying about what somebody's thinking. What? All I had to do was go back in there and see, now I love myself enough to do that. But I did it then. And I didn't even know what that was, right? All I had to do was go back in that room and say, you know what, I'm sorry, dog. Sir, ma'am, I shouldn't have done that. God didn't tell me to do that. And I really shouldn't have. But I didn't. I didn't have the courage to. See, now I can look at her and realize what she did. It's like she didn't have the courage to stand up for what was right for herself. Forget going out there and fighting battles for the people in the street. What about the rights for yourself? Protecting your call and your mission. What? What are we talking about? Spirit say take another one. All right? The higher calling. Come on now. Higher calling. Higher calling. Higher calling. You have within you, come on now, all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. You're being asked to be assertive. Be assertive for the higher calling. Stop. Release. First of all, release the need to know everything. You got to step into the power for your own soul's mission, okay? For you, okay? God, if I don't know, whatever your desire is, let it become strongly my desire, and so shall my plans be established and succeed. Amen. And so it is, and that's it, okay? Be still. Let it come to you. Stop trying to force the narrative. Go with the flow of the divine. Balance, financial growth, success, life cycles, karma, transformation. It is. Okay. And I forgot. I choose to be guided. Okay. Your current circumstances are ending, opening the door to better opportunities. If you're facing significant changes, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters. Embrace this transition by making room for new experiences and welcoming fresh beginnings into your life. Fresh beginnings are coming, boo. Hello. All right. Regeneration, baby. Regeneration. Okay. The lizard might be important. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. And the spirits say, put on a new cloak every day. A vibrant coat. The vibrant thing. What? Yeah, the vibrant thing. What? The vibrant thing. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. And in some cases, you can't even avoid it. People just be jealous for what? Why are you jealous? I'm just be you. Don't worry about that. Give it no life. Be grateful for life, and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance, boo. That's what you got to do, boo. Okay? Oh, okay. Put that one down. Spirit say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boo. Okay? Your spirit guides progress, justice, structure, systems, processes, discipline, rules. Not there are no rules. God say, there are no rules between you and I. There are rules to the game. You are on the right track. Spiritual guides are supporting and encouraging you to give your best effort. Success is within your reach. Stay observant of your surroundings and communicate clearly. Trust that everything will fall into place as it should. All right? Come on now. Come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Then, these social skills. Now, you got some social skills. You're about to improve and ante it up there. Renewal, positivity, confidence, charisma, growth, influence, and inspiration. Listen, you getting ready to blow up, glow up, all that. That's what you're getting ready to do. The challenges you're facing today will eventually fade away. Did we not just read them? Yeah, your current circumstances are ending. 3, 3, 3, 3. 9, 9. All right. 3 and 9, 39. 12. 3. How we doing? Okay. Your current circumstances are ending. Opening. No. Yeah. Okay. I forgot which one I was reading. Social skills. Okay. Your guardian angels are encouraging you to stay positive as your luck may soon take a turn for the better. Right? Now is the time to harness your magnetic energy and inspiring personality. Just be mindful not to let your ego take control. That's why it's so important. You're getting ready to glow up. You're getting ready to go. You're getting ready to grow up. Infinite possibilities. It say the corn and then the medicine wheel. Hold on. The medicine wheel. Hold on a minute. All right. The medicine wheel. Listen to this. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions. Well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. Am I talking to someone who is very powerful and wise? To manifest blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being. Enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you are still clinging to events from the past. Some of you have been literally lied to so that people could steal your joy, steal your life, try to move positions. And some of you have chosen to remain in the circumstance because you were told some lies. Not only that, you choose to remain because you're embarrassed and don't want to go back when in fact, baby, nobody cares. They don't care. All right. It says, enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you are still clinging to events from the past. Continue to the west and notice which relationships are toxic and drain your energy. Did we not talk about that? Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion and show it? You got to walk into the truth of you. You got to walk into the truth of you. Don't stay where you think it's comfortable. Because is your soul happy? Don't stay where you think it's comfortable. This hair is all over the place. I tell you, sometimes stuff not even work. And at the east direction, visualizing how you want to live the next chapter of your life. It is up to you how much time you spend in each direction. Ooh, ooh. Minutes, days, or months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. The healing wheel. Contemplate your journey. How you gonna do this? How we doing it? Some of you have stepped, and I say this again, you stepped into a world that you didn't expect that it would be what it is. But now, because you stepped up in that world, some doors we open, they are more complex than what it seemed to be from the entrance, through that big picture window. And then we have to decide for ourselves, how am I going to escape this? And not escape. No. I don't want to say escape. How am I going to go through this? God, whatever your desire is, become strongly my desire. What am I to experience in this moment now? So that this is not an opportunity for you to be, self-sabotaging yourself with guilt and all that. No. Because see, in the direction that the divine is leading you, what you don't understand is that there is forgiveness in the spirit and the flesh. Because in the direction that the divine is leading you, you're already forgiven. First of all, you got to forgive yourself. The people that you think that you afflicted or you hurt or whatever, that's forgiven. They have already forgiven you. They already know. They're very clear. Forgive yourself so that you move forward. Yes, it's difficult, but you can make it because you open that door. Now you got to get through the door. But this door that you've entered, you're not going back how you entered. Now you got to go out the other way. But there's going to be some healing and some things that you're going to go through. You're going to let go. And in that, the Spirit said that you're going to come into a profound level of courage. Courage. If she, the old me, would have not cared about how someone else would think, because I said something. I had already made the choice. I had already given the offer. And now it's like, dang it, I can't believe I did that. I am the one that had to deal with the fact that I made an offer and God said to me, I didn't tell you to do that. But I didn't have the courage to go back and say, hey, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to do this. I can't do this. God, see, the divine knew exactly what I didn't know. But at the end of the day, as a result of that, I was able to take and transmute all of those situations. Still bless a lot of people in the process. I was blessed in the process. There was hurt in the process. There was hurt in the process too. Then there was healing. There was strength. Then it was the opportunity to look back and say, man, man, I wouldn't even have done it any other way. Like, what the heck? But yet and still, it was a place that I had to understand something about me that I evolved from. And I had to be honest with me. I didn't have the courage to stand up for myself. I was too worried because I already said it. I guess I just have to do it because I already said it. I already would, I don't want to do that. Oh my Lord. But yet and still in my sleeping life, look at that. You are protected. When you get out of this door, listen, baby, when you get out of this door, the things that you thought that you lost, even in some relationships that you thought that you lost because of the mistake that you made. Because see, first of all, there was a whole lot of jealousy and ill and evil around you. Literally, there was a lot. A lot. You had to fight through a lot. You didn't even know what you were dealing with. Okay. So, but anyways, it is protected. It is protected. And there is love. 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 Yeah. Okay. Woo. Woo. Listen, y'all, I gotta go. I don't know where you going, but I gotta get the hell up out of here. All right. Transformation. It is so for you, baby. You know that? It is so. It is so. It is so. Spirit say, read these. Okay, I can't go that fast, I guess. Okay. All right. Okay, so listen. The deer. That's something I've been seeing deer. They've been crossing my car all the time lately. They've just been driving by. Be gentle with yourself. Look at that. Isn't that? Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. Look at that. Grace, grace, grace. And that was the card. I didn't even look. And grace. Love. We're going to have to pull that out because grace. Oh, wow. Change. Well, wow. So here, prosperity. Wow. And change. But there was a grace card that was here and I've shuffled it out of the way. But there it was. Okay. So the deer may be significant. Maybe you're seeing a lot of deers. Is that what's happening with you, darling? Protection. What did I tell you? You are protected. It's like being in a mother's womb. You are so protected. You are master of finding life's flow. Look at such a closing. Be in harmony with the rhythm and your path will unfold. Persevere and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Listen, it is up to you to live right now, perfectly, right? You know what you need to do, and you have the courage. I want you to stand up in your profound courage because like a thunderball, things are going to change, right? Right? And you've been on the vision quest. I'm going to say the number 60, 56. 35, 10, and 19 are very important. Okay, guys? Listen, go look those numbers up. Play it back. Go look those numbers up. The spiritual meaning of those numbers, okay? The spiritual meaning of the numbers that I just said, okay? Spirit says, show y'all that again. Oh, look at that in it. The heart of sky. Wow. Okay, so. Yep, I'm saying it one more time. 60, 56, 35, 10, and 19. I want you to look those numbers, the spiritual meaning of those numbers, and the number 24. Listen, I love you. I love you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. Transformation, it is so. Transformation, it is so. Transformation, it is so. What's up? What's up? What's up? I choose to be guided. I know. I'll just be happy all by myself. I don't even care. Yeah. What's up? What's up? See, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. I know I'm supposed to be gone. But you know what? I love it. I love it. I love you guys so much. Oh, that's good. I have, oh my goodness. I'm just happy about life. I had some wine, right? Not today or anything, but I had a little bit. And guys, I don't know what I was like, oh my gosh. Like it was messing up my natural high. I just couldn't do it. And not to say that that's bad or everything, because anybody know I cook with it and all that great stuff, but I haven't been on the wine tip or anything like that. I haven't been on the alcohol at all, really, and at all, really. And so, anyways, I had a little bit, and I was just a taken aback. I was like, oh, it was messing up my high because I'm high on life. And that's what happens when you get into that ambiance of joy. I've been in love with my soul from a soul level, a soul perspective, the heart, right? Knowing that, and when you get to that, what it say, once you become self-empowered, the mirage of love will fade and the reality of love will become your only tolerance. I wrote that quote many years ago, and that is so powerful. It's so true. But I never knew love like this before. Da 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 da. Da. Never knew love like this before. And that is the love of my soul, the divine. It is my team. I love my spirit team. All that God has put in place. You have a phenomenal spirit team that is there for you, standing in the gap for you. Nobody can touch that. Okay? Period. And that's on period on God. Okay? I choose to say the divine. Mm, mm, mm. Yes. It's important for you to know that once you do this, look, whoever comes in your life, they're gonna come courageously, strong. And they're gonna be about that business. Period. Right? That's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. God is so good. Won't he do? I'm just trying to tell you. I love you. Let me get off of here. Maybe I'll see you later, and maybe I won't. I don't know. I gotta go. Have fun. Create an amazing, safe evening and weekend. Have fun, guys. I love you so much. Bye. Transformation needed so. Transformation needed so. Oh, 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 oh. I love you guys. Bye.